You are confused of Stacey Burke's new Ain't Coming Back masterclass approach? You are not alone. There's a lot of traders out there that currently try to understand that, but are confused by the signals and the setups that are involved. I'm a Stacey Burke style trader that enhanced his system with some of his own elements, and in this video I will show you my understanding of his approach. Upon multiple requests that asked me to look into that, I did that over the last weeks as soon as it came out, and now I developed an own opinion on it and developed a variation of it for my trading style, and this is what I will show you. I will not show you all the details of his coaching, of his approach and concept. If you are really interested in that, I encourage you to visit his site, purchase his course. There's a lot of details in there, much more than I will provide here. He will break it down by pairs, by type of instrument. He has much more variations in it. I built a very simple setup for me that I backtested and that I will trade from now on. If you're interested in that, stay tuned. I will dive into that now. So what's the overall objective and the logic of it? I call it 5-star setups. That fits to my other terminology. I have 1, 2, and 3-star, and this will now be a 5-star overall setup and also signal, because the overall logic is that this is a kind of a super signal. That means this is a higher time frame pattern and setup you're hunting that gives you maybe only, I don't know, 3-4 trades a month for a pair, but this is then kind of an all-in setup that you really set and forget, and that maybe potentially makes even more money than all the daily scalps you do along the week. So what's the overall objective? It should be a highly probable setup, repeatable, simple, highly selective, highly mechanical, and also parabolic. So it means it should be a setup, and you should not be required to understand the market, and you should not even try. You're really looking for a specific setup, very simple signals, and then you take a trade or you leave it. Don't try to understand everything, follow stuff, chase stuff. Only searching for a pattern, trade or not trade. The rationale, what makes a good setup in this environment would be other time frame traders driving. So are other time frame traders in the market, and are they driving a move? Are manipulations visible? So are you maybe pulling back from something, from the trend, and you can expect a reversal into the trend? Are the markets out of balance? So it's really important to find a market that's out of balance, because only then you get real parabolic moves, as I'm also doing a lot with my TPO, as you know, that also gives very nice out of balance signals. Then high probability days, so rather focus on second half of the week, for example, and multi-time frame rollovers. So are really all time frames involved and push the move in your favor. So that's the overall logic, a super signal that covers all the other trading, and then on the lower time frame you still trade as you would trade normally, but then in a different approach, I would say. So what are the key elements that I took out of his approach and also that fit to my approach? This is not exactly how he does it. This is just my interpretation that fits to my trading style. So the key elements are, first, monthly range and monthly time rotations. So you always look, what we also do with multi-time frame, new month starts, new volume, new money flowing in, and then you want to find out what is this money up to. So are we breaking out of a previous month range, how we trading compared to the previous month range. Are the monthly traders already triggered? And then are we breaking out, continuing, or are we breaking out, failing, reversing back in, as we do with multi-time frame across all time frames. But here we have a specific view on the monthly range because we want to find the best setups along the month. Then we look especially at closes in breakdown and breakout. So we look at markets that close out of balance. I look at this typically with TPO charts. If you look at the close in breakout, that's an additional signal. This shows you that the market is really overextended and out of balance. And especially if you get a couple of those in a row, it shows you even stronger that it's an overextension. And then it's also important, or it makes it a better signal once you are at the monthly extremes. So if you are at the very high or the very low of the current month, or if you're hitting, as we said, a previous month level, then you are in an area where you especially should look for larger moves in this logic. Then we should focus on the second half of the week. You know, front side, back side, front side builds up. You rarely get parabolic moves that run into the close. It can happen, but that's not reliable. So this is better on the back side of the week. And then for entries, we really want to see parabolic rollovers. So for me, this is kind of my setups on the day, the parabolic continuations. We will look at that. And I have a specific way to trade that, so we don't go into typical reversal situations. We really want to have the day rolling over in a parabolic pattern. So that's the overall elements that I use. Let's now look on how I'm trading that. So I specifically developed a logic for me how I get triggered. So one thing is also my trend predator indicator triggers or sends alerts for breakout or breakdown closes on Wednesday and Thursdays. So second half of the week. Then I will look closer. I will look at the pattern. I have the indicator trend predator fake out. I will show you this in my back testing that colors the bars that are in breakout and breakdown, and then you see the pattern nicely if you look at the previous month time rotations and levels. Then as a confirmation, once I get the alert, I look at a couple of things, not too many, very simple. I want to be at the second half of the week, so I only look at Wednesdays and Thursdays signals. Then I want to be at the monthly extreme, preferably on the high or the low of the current month. I want a monthly level to be triggered, or if it's triggered, I look even closer. I want to be close to monthly time rotations, either coming into the end of the month or at the beginning of the month. And sometimes also first red day, first green day in my backtesting has shown that this is very nice once you are at the month extremes, or if you just trigger the monthly level and then you get a first red day, first green day with a breakout or breakdown close. This can give very, very strong moves. I will show you this in the backtesting. How does the entry work? We really want to have the pattern parabolic day, or either of the parabolic continuation ones. You've seen that in my video around 3 session setups. I will go into that in a minute. Then I use the MA ribbon. That's the classic MA indicator of TradingView with 4 different MAs. I will show you that. It works quite nicely. You don't have to change a lot. It just works as it's standard in TradingView. Then you put the stop loss just above the H4 or H8 as I typically do it. And then the logic of this trades is that you set your take profit just at the end of the day, or at a level on the other side of the daily range if it's far enough. And then you kind of fire and forget. You just don't manage the trade. You just let it run. Maybe you put the stop loss to break even at a certain stage, but you really let the whole trade run into the end of the day. That's the whole idea of the thing. So that's my interpretation. Let's look at it how multi-time frame shows the way and helps you with that. So in this logic, as you know, we discussed this over my 3 series videos. Also in detail, we always look at the previous month high-low, weekly high-low, and we track the bias. So we are very aware of the time rotations on the higher time frames. We look at breakout, fake outs at weekly, monthly, daily. So these levels are in our scope anyways, and in this case we will especially look at the monthly levels and look at monthly breakout, fake outs and what's happening afterwards. Then we will look, and also the indicators flash that, as I said, breakout, breakdown closes are tracked and alerted, and then you check if you have maybe multiple of those in a row. And then you look a bit deeper in the overall pattern, how close you are to the monthly levels and so on. Then strong setups show alignment of all time frames. So once you are alerted and triggered and you look at the setups, then you start your classic multi-time frame analysis. You look at the trend predator bias table, you look at the setups that are flashed by the indicator, you're trying to judge the bias on the location, and the stronger the alignment of the biases, the stronger your setup might be also for this 5-star rollovers. And then if you like it, you go to the lower time frames, and then the lower time frame, multi-time frame entries, as we discussed them in my 3rd video, they show you the rollover. So we'll also look at the MA ribbon, but the multi-time frame is still the best entry logic here. So you look at the 8-hour, the 4-hour, and you want to see fake outs of both of those. You want to have the both of these levels in your bag for the trade, and then you just enter it with timings and fire and forget. So as I said, multi-time frame rollover is in principle a parabolic continuation situation. So this is what you want to see on the next day. So if you have a breakout that closes in breakout, or a breakdown that closes in breakdown, with the criteria we just discussed, then you look at the day and you want to see one of these patterns here. So especially the parabolic session is one that fits nicely. So if it goes sideways, maybe even into New York, and then New York rolls over and just pushes down into the close. Sometimes you have a low-hanging fruit situation. So my backtesting also showed, and I will show you this in a minute, that many of these trades, especially on gold, are starting in London. So it's great to be a London trader for these types of situations, because very often, sometimes even it runs from Asia. This is also too early for me, but especially London seems to be a very nice entry, because you also have then, of course, a lot of time for the trade to run into the end of the day. And these are sometimes massive moves, 500 to 600 pips. I will show you this in the backtesting. So the best ones are one of these two, parabolic session or low-hanging fruit. Parabolic day is a bit tricky, because then it's a bit tricky to get into the trade, but there is also a couple of those that could be found in the backtesting, and also those can be, of course, quite nice, because they give very nice, long, huge moves. So examples, how does this look like? So you always have, after you are triggered in, you're looking at either reversals or continuations. It can be both, and you need to be open for both typically. So you really look then at the multi-time frame pattern on the day and see if it's rolling over to the upside or to the downside. But how can these patterns evolve? So let's look at reversals. So for example, you have a monthly fake out high, new month, breaking out of the previous month high, pulling back. Then after the pullback, you get a breakout close day, close still to the new month rotation and near previous month high, for example. And then you get an explosive reversal from this counter trend close day, for example. This could be one monthly breakout. Also possible. You get a breakout in the new month away from previous month range. Maybe you get 3 breakout close days in a row. Maybe you get a first red day afterwards. And then if it's a second half of the week situation, you get a explosive reversal. Some of those will be shown in the backtesting also. Then trend continuations, monthly breakout, new month breaking out, maybe Wednesday breakout close day, and then end of week explosive continuation, could be Thursday or Friday. So just a classic breakout pullback continuation, but if it's in breakout, sometimes those are even more impulsive and strong. Then month in breakout, Thursday breakout close day, Friday explosive continuation. So this could also be a scenario. So you could also have a breakdown close day, so meaning breaking out, then you get a counter trend breakdown close day, and then it's in the end a lower time frame reversal, but it goes into the higher time frame trend. So this is a very nice pattern that can also be seen. So in a strong uptrend, you get a counter trend close in breakdown or breakout, and then a reversal into the trend again. You know, my multi-time frame approach is especially hunting those situations, and I will show you also some of the examples that are showing exactly this pattern. So how does this look like on the chart? Here's some examples, and then we will go to the real charts. So here, for example, a typical rollover. You see here a breakout close, could be at the extreme of the month or whatever, it doesn't matter. So you want to have some of the other criteria met. Here you see this was probably the end of the month, so it was the last day of the month. And then you see the next day. This is a parabolic rollover as we want to see it. This is even a parabolic day. So Asia just going sideways, lower low on the inside, and then it just makes a little stop hunt here into the New York session and then goes all the way. Here you see the MA coil. So you would use this. You don't need that especially, but you can also use this MA ribbon because it visualizes the whole thing quite nicely, and the cross shows you that the time frames are following. Then you would put your stop loss above the 8-hour, especially the take profits here at this daily level or just at the end of the day. And then you see this trade typically is not looking back. It's just a 5-star trade that's going into the close. No management of the trade necessary. So a trend rollover. So here breakout close. And then a trending situation, and you see here, if you look at my multi-time frame, of course you see that's an 8-hour fake out low, and then from here you would never short that anymore. So the classic multi-time frame situations also lead you into the right situation. And also if you look at the MA ribbon, you see here that the time frames are rolling over to the upside, and then you would just join the move here after it leaves the ribbon, and after you get your 8-hour fake out low, then you just join the move into the close. So here you see the different variations. You are never 100% sure which one of those it will be, but if you watch the multi-time frame on the lower time frame and also the MA ribbon, these two instruments help you to find out in which direction it might roll over, and then you just go for it. So that's the theory, the logic of the whole thing. So now let's look at the charts. I will backtest 1 full year of gold price action to see how many of those are playing out. So now here, 1 full year of gold price action. I prepared everything. What you see on this chart is my new indicator. That's the trend predator fakeout that colors the bars. Here the red bars are bars that closed either in breakdown or in breakout. The green ones are breakout closes and the red ones are breakdown closes, as I call them. And then I discussed for the next day, do you get a trade? Is it a fail? Is it a trend trade? Or is it a 5-star reversal trade? And we will go through this now. You see here the gray days are Wednesday. So I used an indicator that colors every Wednesday so we can always see front side, back side of the week. And I have the purple lines here as monthly time rotations, and also I put in the previous month high and low, and also the monthly high and low where it was relevant for you to show the situation. So let's go through that. This is January last year, and we just go through them one by one. So here we have already a Wednesday break down close. This is for me to one more time discuss the criteria. On a Wednesday, if I have a breakout or breakdown close, I always look, and then in the next iteration I would look at the other criteria. Are we at the extremes of the month? Are we close to a monthly time rotation? Do we have 3 breakout or breakdowns? And do we have a signal day? That's it. And this is what I'm backtesting here now through the whole year. So here, breakdown close, fail. So it didn't work out in this case. We are inside the previous month range, beginning of the month, but it's an extreme of the month, so worth to look, but there nothing happened the next day, as you see. Then we get into again the extreme of the month, breakdown close, and this was a trend trade, not a very good one, but it was kind of a classic normal trend trade. Then here Friday I would ignore, so I would never trade a Monday based on the signal, and also not a Tuesday. For me it showed that this is not a very nice day. The first half of the week, I think Stacey thinks about this a bit differently. He said that he also looks at Tuesday. I keep it even simpler here and will rather look only on Thursday and Friday trades, typically only if I have a first red day, first green day, and many of the other criteria are confirming, then I will look at it. So here we get another breakdown close day. So we have kind of the third breakdown close days in the month at the extreme of the month. And here we get the first 5-star reversal trade at the extremes of the month. Then Friday here it goes all sideways. Wednesday breakdown close, not the extreme of the month. And also the next day the signal fails. So also always on Wednesday I check the next day. You will also see that sometimes those fail, especially if the other criteria are not met. Then we come end of the month, new month starts. Here breakdown close, but it's a Monday, we ignore that. It's going further down. Here we get a breakdown close, extreme of the month, hitting previous month low, very interesting. Then we get one, it's a Tuesday. I just kept that because it hit the level. Then we get a fail the next day, but this is more a consolidation day. And then we get a reversal. So sometimes it consolidates for a day, then I would still watch it. And then the trade here in this case was then on Thursday, a reversal. It was not a perfect setup, but still one that met the criteria. Then it breaks up beginning of the week. On Wednesday it does nothing, so there is nothing to do. Friday breaks out and closes, that's too late. Then we come again into end of the month. End of the month here, that's a Thursday. Then breaking out here a Friday. I'm not interested in this very volatile moves if not much else is here confirmed. I think this was just runaway trades from Asia. I mean, of course, here with a breakout, but it's a Friday, that's why I didn't look at it. But it hit the previous month high, so you could look at that. But I didn't in this case, and you see it's probably not an easy trade. Then it comes up, and here we coming through a previous month high, not the previous one, but it's a standing monthly high that was hit. That's also interesting. And then you see here one breakout close, second breakout close, then 1 day consolidation, and here the breakout close here that failed. And here then we get a breakdown close on a Tuesday. I typically don't look at that. So this but this was then pretty close at the previous month high, and this is the first real 5-star reversal one. So you have a breakdown day at the high of the month after a breakout, and here you get a very nice 5-star reversal. Then it goes sideways, and here you see Wednesday breaking out and closing. Next day already gave a 5-star reversal trade and a first red day, and then you get another trade after the first red day. You have 2 5-star reversal trades in a row. Very nice pattern. Then you come into end of the month. Here a breakout close on Thursday that failed, breaking out of previous month high, trending further. Here a breakout close day on a Wednesday, first red day, this failed, so you need to be careful, as you see, especially in such strongly trending markets. This was just trapping shorts, a typical first red day fail continuation. So it's still a nice pattern to trade, but this would not be a classical 5-star pattern for me. Then here the next one is a Wednesday breakdown close day, and you get a 5-star reversal continuation. So if you get a breakdown close, this is then for me a 5-star. Again, a first red day fail is a bit tricky. This is nothing that would trigger me. Then it prints here the high of the month. Then you get here a breakdown close day that fails. It would also be a first red day, I think. This didn't work out. So this is a bit of a messy situation. Then you get another strong breakdown close day, but it's a Monday. I would ignore that. Tuesday, Wednesday stayed inside, not a first green day. Here you get a first green day, but this would be messy for me, so I wouldn't look at that. And then you get here a breakdown close day, close to the monthly time rotations. This could be interesting. As you see, it also closed at the extremes, and the next day completely rolled over with the monthly time rotation and gave a 5-star trade. So then putting in a low here, you get a breakout close, but it's a Monday. Then you get a breakdown close here on a Wednesday and a very nice 5-star reversal. Then you get a breakout close on a Thursday that failed. No, this one here failed. This breakout close, and this is a Friday. I would ignore that again. And here you see the Monday rolled over. This is not a 5-star situation for me. Then here you get a breakout close again that failed. Here again you have this first red day fail. So this was a bit messy and tricky to trade. Here it gets again more interesting. You see here a breakout close day on a Monday, but then it hits the previous month high also with that. So this makes you interested. Then you get a first red day, and this together, first red day, breakout close, and hitting the month, would probably also make me look on a Wednesday for a trade. And you see here it was a very nice 5-star reversal. We will also show this in detail later. Then you get a breakdown close, and the next day is a 5-star trend trade. It's a Wednesday breakdown close, and you get another breakdown close, 5-star trend. And then from there, you could argue this is the first green day. I didn't look at that in detail. Here, Wednesday breakdown close again. This is a reversal trade, was not a 5-star. And then we come into the next time rotation. From there, you get a breakout close here, and then a trend trade. Another breakout close on Thursday, and then a 5-star reversal. Look at this huge move. I will also show you this in detail. This was a very nice one. Then we are at the extreme of the monthly low, and previous month low is here. So it's trading further up here. A breakout close day on a Wednesday with a reversal trade, and then after that a breakdown close day with a 5-star reversal to the upside again. So this is a nice sequence, and you now see the patterns are cleaner now. So there is time periods where it's more messy, and then it's time periods, especially if it's more volatile, then you get very nice trades out of that. So here, breakdown close day, another 5-star reversal into end of the month, close to previous month low and at the monthly extreme almost. Then you come into the new month, breakout close new month with a fail, breakout close into previous month high here with a very nice 5-star reversal. So a trigger of the level is always nice. Then we get a breakout here, breakout close, but below this monthly level. This then failed. It was even a first red day, I think, here that failed. Then another breakout close, but that's a Monday, so I wouldn't trade that anyway. Then you get a breakout close on a Tuesday, breaking out of previous month high. First red day, 5-star reversal. That's a very nice one. And this 5-star reversal also in a breakdown close, and then you get another 5-star trend. So here you see sometimes you get in the backside of the week, you get a very nice sequence of those. Then it goes sideways, nothing happening, and then you get a breakdown close. And you see here, it's always good to keep these levels on. Breakdown close, and then a 5-star reversal back up through this old previous month high. Then breakout close on a Tuesday, we're not interested. Breakout close on a Wednesday, failed. Here breakout close on a Monday, we are not interested. Here on Wednesday, nothing happened. It traded back into that. Here's no signal, so we need to be fair. There's nothing what could push you into this trade here, except that you are at the low of the month, but no first green day and no breakout close. And here, breakout close, next day fail, another breakout close, first red day, and then here you are at the extreme of the month, close to this previous month high, and the first red day, and then it rolls over with a 5-star trade. It's a breakdown close. Next day, messy, but a first green day, and then you get a 5-star reversal up. So it's always good, as you see here, if a breakdown close midweek, you always look for a 3-day setup then. So there could be a first green day or a consolidation in between, and then the rollover. This rollover breaks out. So this is a Friday, we are not interested. This is a Tuesday. We are in theory not interested, but we get a first red day the next day, and we are at the extreme of the month. And then you see here 5-star rollover, breakdown close, 5-star rollover in the other direction. So sometimes you get a very nice sequence out of that. Then it goes sideways. Here a breakdown close on a Friday. We are not interested. We are coming into monthly rotation. We are between the monthly levels, so there is nothing triggering. So you see here almost 2 weeks no trade. Then you get a breakout close here on a Thursday at the high of the month, rolling over 5-star. Then it's retests the previous month high, going further up, breaking out. closing in breakout, and you get a 5-star trend trade here after the breakout. Interesting. Breakdown close Tuesday, not interested. Breakdown close Wednesday, reversal trade. It was obviously not perfect, but hit the criteria. Then multiple breakouts. Wednesday, not a breakout day. Then a Thursday close in breakout. First red day, 5-star reversal. Breakdown close, 5-star reversal in the other direction. So this is also, as you've seen, happening quite often, that you get 5-star trades in both directions in a sequence, especially once you are at the monthly time rotations or trading away from a monthly extreme. Then it just goes sideways into the new month. Breakdown close, a Tuesday, not interested. This is a trade closing inside, so also not interested. Here you get a first green day breakout close from the extreme of the month. This could be interesting again, and you get this. You see here, that's a 5-star trend trade that came out of that. Then again, Wednesday close in breakout, again a trend trade. Then another Thursday close in breakout after breaking out of the previous month high, so even stronger signal, and you see 5-star trend trade. Very nice. Consolidating. Another close in breakout Tuesday, not interested. Breakdown close Wednesday, interested. Reversal trade. Then coming into the next week, breakout close at the absolute extreme on a Wednesday, so all bells are ringing. 5-star reversal. You see how strongly this collapsed here into the end of the month. Very nice. Then next month, this one here collapsed completely. No chance to get into that, I would say. But this is a breakdown close back through this monthly level, and then you get a 5-star reversal from there, interestingly. Then breakdown close here, that's a Monday, not interested. Tuesday breakdown close through previous month low. You could probably look at that. I didn't see that. This could have been a trade, I guess. Breakdown close Wednesday, failed. This is an inside day, nothing from there. It probably was a nice inside day trade, but not a classic 5-star one. Then you get a huge break up here, so a breakout close, first green day, and from there you get a nice trend trade back through this monthly level. Breakout close that failed, a breakout close that gave a trend trade, and here that's a Friday into a Monday. I wouldn't look at that typically. Then you come into the end of the month. This is a Friday, not interested, going sideways. Here this is a breakdown close that failed. You see here you are just in a range between all those levels, so this is also something to just then stay away from. Here it's a breakout of the high of the month with like 3 consecutive closes in breakout into a Wednesday, so this looks interesting. Breakout close, 5-star reversal, you see that. Breakdown close, that's a Friday, not interested. Breakdown close, that's a Wednesday, very interested. It fails, but gives a first green day and then a 5-star trend trade back up, also okay. Then a breakout close here on a Thursday, always interesting, and this also gave a 5-star reversal trade. This is a Monday, so we are not interested anymore. So this was the whole year. I hope you stayed with me. You see how the whole logic works, and you see there is quite some trades to have, especially the 5-star ones. It's pretty selective, so you might get like 3-4 trades a month, I would say, on average. Some are failing, but some are real 5-star trades that would run into the end of the day, and you could just load the boat and count your money at the end of the day. So now let's look into some of these examples one level deeper. So now a couple of examples. This is gold, 11th of April last year. If you want to replay that, what you see here on the screen is mainly done by my trend predator indicator. So you see all the levels here are drawn by it. So that's the daily highs and lows, the 8-hour highs and lows, the 4-hour highs and lows. It shows you the bias. So the lower time frames especially show you the rollover. Here, are you inside in fake out high breakouts? Do you have 3 longs, first red maybe? And the higher time frames show you the overall setup. So this already shows you here that the higher time frames are bullish. Day in fake out low, week and month in breakout. So this already points to a bullish setup. We have a breakdown close, and the context is reversal into uptrend. Then we watch especially the lower time frames here, how they roll over, and we watch the MA ribbon here if we get a cross, and how this works out from here. Let's see what happens here. So you could here you see the lower time frames switch bullish with the breakout here. So this would be my entry here, probably the 4-hour breakout. So a bit here above the ribbon, and then you would just place your take profit at the end of the day, maybe in a range expansion of the day. And you see here the indicator flashes also the setup, previous fake out low, continuation, a trend trade, 2-star. It goes out of the ribbon. That's your entry, stop loss a bit below there, and then you just let it run, and you see it hits into the end of the day here, and then you have overall something like 400 pips and an R. I think that the stop loss would be a bit more narrow here. It would be an R5. So that's the first example. So next example, 22nd of May. Here, breakout close at previous month's high. Interesting. It's a Monday, so we are not immediately interested, but then we get a first red day at the previous month high, and then it's going sideways with a 3 session setup here into the London session in this case. So this looks very interesting. Also, you see the indicator already flashes a previous fake out low continuation, so you would be a bit careful here, but the lower time frames already roll over here with the 4-hour fake out high, and you see that it then loses the EMA ribbon, breaking down here from the 4-hour. So it depends on how aggressive you want to play it, but here you are coming into this nice parabolic blow off. You see here it's never looking back. You can place your stop loss behind the last 4-hour or above the MA ribbon, and then you just place your target at the end of the day, and you see it's just running into the end of the day and closing there. So this would be the next day then. You see breakdown close on a Wednesday, and then coming parabolically into the next day. London going further. You could maybe even have taken this already in London. Then it traps the longs again into New York, and 3rd hour rolling over. So you probably would look for an entry here. In this scenario, you see here a 4-hour fake out high, and then just blowing further, and the indicator then also make breakdown continuation trend. So the question is how aggressively you want to go in here. You see the MA coil. You could enter here after the cross, and then you just again let the whole thing run into end of the day, and then you have another R5 trade with 350 pip. Next one is 7th of June. You see here new month starting. is trading up, doing a breakout close on a Thursday, then another fake out high. I like that a lot, as you know, at the fake out high continuation, high of day. You see here the indicator flashes that already with a 1-star setup for the moment. And then you see here the MA ribbon is lost. The lower time frames roll over, 4-hour, 8-hour daily bearish. The day also 3 days of longs. So then you would probably go in here, stop loss above the 8-hour, above the ribbon, and then you would just let it run. And you see here running into the end of the day is often a very nice idea. In this case it ran even down here. That's an insane trade, 800 pips R10. Look at that. So these are the trades that are really nice and that make this system worthwhile. You see here indicator flashing all bearish, trend trade 2-star. Here the bias completely bearish, and you just follow here the MA ribbon down all day into the close, and then you have a very nice 5-star reversal trade here. So next example, 14th of August. You see here breakout close on a Monday. Not interested yet. First red day the next day, and you're also close to the previous month high here. And then it comes into the Wednesday, that another fake out high. I like that a lot, as you know. Fake out high continuation, already the indicator flashes it. You see here the lower time frames roll over already. That's the multi-time frame rollover you want to see. It goes through the MA ribbon also, so you would enter somewhere in here. It's also starting into the New York session after this nasty stop hunt. And then you again would fire and forget and set this into end of the day. And then you would have a trade here, also 200 pips and R4. It's not a huge one, but it's not as usage the other one, but still overall quite a nice pattern. So here that's just the next day. So this 5-star reversal we just looked at, breakdown close on a Wednesday. So we are again interested. The next day gave kind of a trend trade here, but we could take that. But interesting is that we get a first green day after this breakdown close here. And then we get a nice pattern here into the Friday, and you see here that already all time frames are bullish, and here the MA ribbon gets crossed completely and it breaks out of the 4-hour, 8-hour. So this would be then your signal to get in. Stop loss just behind the MA ribbon, and then you again let it run into the end of the day. Would be up here, another 450 pip and R6 almost if you would let that run. It made a little pullback here, breaking out of previous month high, but overall also this a very nice pattern. So next example, 31st of October, high of the month, breakout close on a Wednesday, and expecting here a 5-star reversal. You see the MA coil crossing here, coming into the New York session, 8-hour breakdown, very nice signal, also from the multi-time frame perspective here, coming into the New York session. Then you would just, based on the multi-time frame rollover and the MA ribbon, you could take this trade, place your stop loss above the 4-hour or the 8-hour, and then you see here how it rolls over, probably going to break even once it breaks out the low of the day, and then you just hold again into the close. Pulls a bit back, so it depends if you maybe take this level here as a target or go to the end of the day. Doesn't matter much. It's definitely an R6 trade overall. And you also see here it came into the end of the month, so this was also one of the confluence factors for this trade. So next example, 7th of November, we have here a breakdown close that pierced through a monthly level, the old previous month high, closes in breakdown, coming into the next day with a fake out low. Very nice. You see here the MA ribbon rolling over, also the multi-time frame situation rolling over, and then again you would here, once you're breaking out of the 8 hour, that would be a nice entry. Here the MA ribbon completely crossing, and then you again would just hold it into the end of the day patiently, and you see it here again, another 400 pip R5 here with this trade. So 12th of December, breakout close on a Monday, on a Wednesday, fake out high. So again, this my favorite multi-time frame situation, MA ribbon crossing over, lower time frames on the multi-time frame rolling over. Here you see 8 hour fake out high, 3 longs on the 8 hour means 3 sessions of rise. First red on the 8 hour is always nice to see. It's like a first red day signal. And then you see here the 8 hour breaks down. So somewhere here you will take your entry. And again, same logic, just holding into the close, or here the previous day low. Let's see what's happening. Just crushing down. Probably this would be a nice exit here with 350 pip R6 as another example. Last example, 20th of December last year. You see here a close-in breakdown on a Wednesday that failed the next day. You see here that's just messy. There is nothing to trade. You could maybe take the continuation down here. That's a nice multi-time frame trade. As you know, breakdown, next day inside, continuation. But you see here the MA is a bit weird. Maybe you could have taken that, but it's not the classic one. But then you have a first green day after this close-in breakdown, and then you again get the parabolic pattern you want to see here. You see it's just grinding sideways and going, creeping in this direction, and then breaking out of the 8 hour, especially here. So lower time frames already bullish with first greens. And then you see here the MA ribbon is left behind, and then you would again, same logic, just in this case a trend trade. You see also how the trend trades look like. Go in here, hold into the close. The close is up here into end of the week. It was a Friday, 200 pips and R 3.5 or something. So that's not a huge trade, but still a very nice pattern and a nice continuation one. This is what I wanted to show you. So if you have a first green day and then the continuation, this is what it would look like, what you're looking for here. Thank you for staying with me for so long, if you did. I hope that was helpful. Huge kudos to Stacey for his new approach. I would encourage you to really look to his site and watch his course, purchase the course. There's a lot of more details than what I was showing you here. I didn't show you his detailed criteria, it's just my interpretation. If you like my interpretation of it, feel free to join my Discord. You also, if you like the Trend Predator, there is a free trial of that available. I have an extensive playbook where I explain my approach, and also the Trend Predator fake out that you can use to highlight the breakout and breakdown closes. It's completely free. I will place it into the description box, and there you can just purchase it or download it to your TradingView and use it for your analysis. So thank you for watching. I think that's a great approach for all of us to really be more selective and I hope you are successful with it. Leave me a comment if you liked the video or if you don't like it, and have a nice day.